All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here, of course, for a new
Monster,
show. Monster.
yeah.
Yep. Episode 1.
Indeed.
Wow. So this won the poll.
It did.
In replacing Death Parade, we now
Right.
have The Monster.
Yes.
Neither of us have seen this show.
We have
We're
not.
really excited. Thank you so much for voting on Patreon to have this
Yes.
win the poll. But just to clarify something really quick, this is not a short show.
Right.
So all future polls are going to have 12 to 24 episode
Exactly.
shows or less. Nothing
Right.
nothing else, because we have a lot of long shows we're doing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
And
and we are
we-
very happy to watch Monster because we've
We've
people
heard
were
very
telling us
good
about
we've heard
this
very good
and
things about it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
stoked.
We're stoked. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also excited that this one seems to be a more psychological show like Death Parade. So it feels
right.
like a natural progression
Yes.
in
Yes.
a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Also, Monster is, I think, one of the oldest shows we're going to have had a reaction to. I think up until
we
this
haven't
point.
done Berserk yet, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
This is 2005, I think.
It's
pretty
not
old.
new, that's for
Yeah.
sure. That's all I know.
2005. That was actually a long time ago.
But yeah, I really have like very little thoughts about this show, other than I know it's going to be a psychological kind of thriller,
Right.
and it might be a little bit more kind of like cerebral.
Well, yes.
Like not necessarily like Steins
Yeah.
Gate thriller or
I've heard-
Code Geass thriller.
I've heard that it is a little bit slow, but it's a very good like slow burn thriller, if that even makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm interested
Yeah.
to find out why
How
it's
they do
called
that.
Monster
Right.
if it's a cerebral show.
There's some anime tentacle beast.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm hyped.
Me too.
We're going to start a new show, so without further ado, let's get into it. Crowds on his head in the name of blasphemy, and they worship the dragon which gave power unto the monster, and they worship the monster, saying, "Who is like unto the monster?" This is
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like
Oh,
this is
yeah.
from the Bible.
This is-
who was able to make war with him.
Oh yeah.
Black Book of Johann, Revelation 13. This is an actual passage. Whoa.
Okay.
Holy crap.
What a way to like get someone introduced to like shit.
I'm really worried now.
相変わらずの腕だ健三天馬は天才だということを改めて確認したよ
いえ、皆さんのおかげです。ありがとうございます。
So Dr. Herr Tenma. Oh. Someone died?
That contrast to them congratulating him versus
Yep.
ねえ父ちゃんは
Oh.
父ちゃんはどうなったの
Oh. That's a pretty painting. 1986, Dusseldorf, Germany.
こら起きろ起きなさいドクター天馬役柄が逆でしょ
Oh.
巣で目覚めるのは私みたいな姫様のはずよ
Yes.
エヴァ、来てたのか。
Oh, the wall is still up.
顧問のリーベルト氏
Berlin
が
Wall.
昨日妻子を伴ってマスコミの前に姿を現しました。リーベルト夫妻は疲れた様子もなく、二卵性ソーセージの娘さん、息子さんとともに明るい表情を見せてくれました。
Gotcha.
一家はしばらくの間、こちらデュッセルドルフに滞在し、当局の
anytime
用
they
意した
show
住
stuff
居で
on like
生活する
TV
ことに
or
なります。
on
This
the
is
news,
important
it's always-
exposition.
出
Exactly.
た気がしない。
父もきっと感謝してるわ
Right.
病
Gotcha.
院の
Definitely
名声を
sure
上
he
げてくれ
does.
たの
Oh, yeah.
はあなた
相変わらず見事なオペだったよドクター天馬
Okay. Just
あり
get
がと
to
う
the
ござい
end
ま
of it.
す。
うまいのはオペだけじゃないみたいだけどね
Huh.
その若さでチーフの座に座り院長も外科部長も大のお気に入りしかも
Cool.
院長の娘のハートまで取ってた
Yeah.
何が言いたいんですか。 ドクターベッカー。
Is he accusing him of like sleeping his way
何
to the
も
top?
悪いこと
Yeah.
言ってんじゃないさ。病院は政治の世界だからな。
Yeah.
Wow.
君だって院長にうまく利用されてることは分かってるんだろ。
Yeah.
君が成功させたオペラ歌手の手術をさも自分がやったようにテレビで記者会見だもんな。
何か。
Whoa, that look.
あんたドクター天馬
はい。
亭主を返してよ。
Whoa. Oh.
うちの人返してよ。あんたどうしてうちの人を手術してくれなかったんだ。
Because he was performing on
う
rich
ちの人
people
の
who
方
are
が早く
important.
この病院に担ぎ込まれたのに。
Oh,
あんな
no,
オ
and
ペラ
he
歌手なん
didn't
かよ
know
り
that.
先に運び込まれ
Yeah.
たんだ。なのに後回しにしたんだ。
Oh, no.
あんた
Oh,
この
shoot.
病院で一番
Politics.
人の立つ医者だそうじゃないか。
Yeah.
Wow.
なんでなんで
Oh, crap. Oh, these
人を
poor
返せ。
people.
あの
Jeez.
人を。
This is gonna be the thing that sends him down the path, you know.
で
Right.
ね、そのドレス友達と奪い合いよ。
Oh, that's
Now he.
real.
Oh man.
でも安心して、私のものにしたから。
Wow. And
Yeah, he's not doing well
No.
right now. No.
もし僕が出頭していたら、
Okay. So
あ
they
のトルコ
did
人
they
の
did
関係
treat
は
him, but
なんとか助けることが
but
できた。
it's a
Yeah.
what if scenario. It, you
やめて
can't.
よ、食事中に。人の命は平等じゃないんだもん。
is that a theme for
Here we
this
go.
show?
German hospital. People aren't equal.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and
Oh, this use of sound. Yes.
and the steak being all like rare.
bloody and
Uh-huh.
oh. Oh. Oh.
あの屋敷か。はい。通報者は隣人です。
What's going on?
Oh,
銃声を
there's
何
going
発
to be another person for him to
56発で
operate
す
on.
この家の住人は。
それが先日東ドイツから亡命してきたリーベルト氏
Oh,
の
this
住居
person
だそ
on
う
the
です。
news. Yeah.
Okay.
面倒なことになるぞこりゃ。
Oh, it's brutal. Oh, jeez. Oh, dang.
Did the woman go? She didn't.
We'll see. We'll see. They're both dead. Yeah, they're,
Yeah.
they're super
Uh-huh.
dead.
誰かいるぞ。
But that's their kid.
Oh, it's the daughter. She's traumatized. Oh, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
The daughter.
少女1名。
The daughter did it.
No, no, I don't.
少年1名。
No, I
Did
don't.
she?
No, I know. I think they're.
Okay,
I think
someone might have
it's
gone
that,
outside.
It's that I think what it is that she was hiding, right?
Right.
She saw it all happen.
ドイツに来た時の天蔵は高校生の男の子かと思ったわ。それが今やアイスラー記念病院の若手医師ナンバーワン。
ところで健三、今君がやっているくも膜下出血後の脳血管連縮の研究だが、
I'm not even
Hi.
trying to pretend what.
Yeah.
犬のくも膜下出血のモデルを作っています。
すまんがその研究はキャンセルだ。
はい。
次の欧州救急医学会総会で私がシンポジストとして発表することになってね。
And I can't have you be
君
doing
に
better
走
than
行を
me.
まとめてもらいたいんだ。
Wow.
Oh.
いや
Wow. What a
しかし
dick.
もう少しで研究がまとま
What
るところ
a
で。
い
dick.
やしかし今日の昼間は参ったよ。
どうなさったのお父様。
うさんくさい民間団体が病院に詰めかけてきてね。とにかく私
Oh,
の
and they
発
make
表
his
を
face
取った
look
ら
extra just.
Yep,
ugh.
yep.
君には期待してるんだ。
He's going to do an about turn in the near
あり
future.
がとうございます。
Yeah, this is his origin story, basically.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
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 Oh, jeez. The kid is alive.
容体は
Okay.
血圧72の
Oh, that's
50、
not good.
脈拍137。
銃弾は前頭部からか。この子は
今の男の子の双子の妹です。
Right.
外傷は
ありません。
Oh, she's.
ただ精神的ショックが大きいようで。
Yeah. Yeah. You wonder. Oh, what a poor
Nandai.
girl.
殺して
Kill him. Jeez.
これは難しいな。
え？
銃弾が左中大脳動脈をかすめている。
なるほど。ドクター天馬の言う通りだ。こりゃ厄介だぞ。
銃弾を少しでも動かしたら破裂して大出血するかもしれないな。
Okay.
That does not sound like a small task.
みんな頑張っていきましょう。
And then I have a plan of action.
120
And because he's so good, he'll be able to pull it
了解です
off.
Wow.
麻酔かかりました。
ドクター天馬、
はい。
君はこっちじゃない。大至急第一手術室の方に行ってくれ。
No, no, no.
市長がロデッカ市長が脳血栓で倒れたんだ。今ヘリでこっちに向かっている。
Whoa.
あと10分で到着する予定だ。
He's gonna be like, screw
それじゃ
that.
あドクターボイヤーに連絡を取ってください。
Oh, you need to talk
院長
to.
からのお達しだ。
Yeah. This is where everything starts to fall apart.
Yep.
Oh, I feel for this guy.
はい。
Yeah, but
He's just trying to do the right thing.
but he's gonna do the right thing.
市長の件よろしく頼むよ。
あの子供のオペは僕が執刀しなければ無理なんです。
天馬君、ともかく全力を挙げて市長を救ってくれたまえ。
Wow, he's completely
市
ignoring
長は
him.
次の医療審査で
A
我々
major.
の病院に対する
Yep, yep,
助成金を
Wow.
大幅に増額することを約束しているんだ。
Wow. Politics
やつにはまだ死
indeed.
んでもらっては困るんだよ。
We
can't
can't
have him die
die
yet.
yet.
よろしく頼んだ
Oh
よ
my
天馬
gosh, this
君
guy.
は期待しているんだ。さあ準備をしておくれよ、ドクター天馬。
君の天才的な腕頼りにしてるよ。
Oh,
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
僕はただ
nice.
院長の命令通りあのオペラ歌手のオペをしただけなんだ。僕に
Come on,
責
be a
任はない。
leader right here, right now. This is your moment.
人の命は平等じゃないんだもの。
And that's what's gonna let him know that he has to help the boy.
返してよ。
Oh, nope. It was the woman.
Yeah.
It was the wife.
あの人返せ返せ。
He's not gonna take away.
返せ。
He's not gonna take away that girl's brother too. Yeah, she's already lost her mom and dad.
僕は向こうでオペが待ってます。
Yes. Yes.
おい、ドクター天馬。
院長の命令だぞ。
待て、ドクター天馬。
ドクター天馬。
She's so creepy.
殺して殺して
That is creepy. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
They really made
So-
us. They really made us care about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Kenzo Tenma doctor.
And so, what are they going to be doing with him exactly? Because, like, deciding to operate on the kid, first off, doing it by himself is ridiculous.
Right.
And he's probably going to succeed just because, he's just
Awesome.
going to be awesome, right?
Yeah.
But
But it's gonna lose. It's gonna cost him everything.
Yeah. Like,
So I don't understand, and I kind of like it because there's a mystery element that I think we were right,
Right.
to catch on to. What is the conflict driving force that he's going to have carrying the story? Because he's
Right.
the main character.
yeah, he's the main character, but where's the monster?
Yes. Is he the monster?
Is he the monster? Is the girl the monster? Is the person who killed them the monster? Is the monster the sort of like
Is the monster the generalized
like-
corruption of
Yeah,
just people
exactly.
who? Because I think the monster thing is going to be more metaphorical.
Okay.
The more and more I thought about like the way they set up the show, I think you have to really put importance on the things that are introduced first, right?
Right.
And you get the vibe that there are going to be people
Yes.
involved in this story
Right.
that don't treat other people
As equal.
as equal or even human.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
they're objects. Or
So it's
something.
the thing of the humans are the true monsters. Kind
Exactly.
Of like that thing that happens in a lot in like post-apocalyptic
Right.
kind of stories.
It's
Okay.
the idea that human nature, we all have the potential to become the monster.
Right.
But it's whether or not we make the choice, like Dr. Tenma here,
Mm-hmm.
to adhere to what we know is right
yeah.
and resist the conditioned environment that monsters in power set up for
Sure.
people
Yeah.
like Tenma to be lost in the storm
Right.
of it all.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's too easy for him to just go along with orders and just have a good life. and he realized
Right.
like that, like how easy it was him, how easy it was for him to do that sickened him inside.
Right, because at that point he had everything because he was going along with it.
And he didn't really realize he was doing anything wrong.
Yeah, like up
No.
till that previous surgery, he probably wasn't really doing anything
No,
wrong.
probably
and
not at
and
all.
in fact, when he did that surgery, he wasn't thinking he was doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I made a mistake. I'm not supposed to be at this one. Oh, okay. And someone else did take care of it.
Yeah, but then he went and looked a little bit into it,
And
he
it
became a
wasn't
little bit
quite
more
so
aware.
clear. Yeah.
And I think that's good. I think that this might be a show about raising awareness of the potential monster that is within us all as we are a part of humanity.
Right. So he will be basically the one that's the looking for the truth of the matter in things, even though we don't really have a main conflict right now.
Right. We have a potential
conflict.
Potential conflict.
And it could turn into something. So this might be the origin story, like you were talking about.
Right, but this is probably part 1 as well.
Right.
There's going to be a point of contention between him and the director, and of course his fiance.
Well, current fiance.
Current fiance,
Yeah.
exactly. But how the fallout goes from that is going to launch the remaining part of the story. I think.
Because okay, he's not going to be staying at the hospital like much longer.
No,
Like
in the opening,
in the
actually,
opening-
if anything, it doesn't really spoil anything,
but
it kind of does let us know what we already expected. Like,
Exactly.
this is not going to end well for him.
Right.
Not well at all.
And it might be something where it's like it doesn't end well in the traditional sense, but maybe he finds out the true value of life and
like his
things
true
like that.
purpose.
Exactly, his true purpose. The idea that he's able to see. He's able to sort of vanquish the monster inside of himself
first before
Right.
he goes and vanquishes any other monsters.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the setting being in Germany, I thought was very apropos for talking about kind of the monster inside of humanity, because a lot of people like to attribute, like the most evil people like in the world as like some top 10 list, like that.
Yeah.
Like such a thing exists, like we could quantify that.
Sure.
But it's bringing in, if you had kind of that viewpoint.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just the disregard for human life, because there
Right.
have been plenty of people that have had that.
Yes,
Generally people seem to think of Hitler as being worse than Stalin, even though Stalin killed way more people, because it wasn't just that Hitler killed people, it was that he killed specific people.
Right. He also perpetuated an ideology that taught and brainwashed a bunch of other people into going along with the same thing.
Right, as opposed to being a paranoid, insane dictator.
Right. And I think that, but I think this is a good point to bring up with the director, in that, yes, he is doing things that are wrong, like fundamentally just immoral or amoral, but he doesn't see himself as a monster. That's the point, is that these people who are doing monstrous things don't see themselves as a monster. That's why the girl can casually thread lines of people's lives aren't equal.
Well, and one of the things that I actually thought they might bring up is the idea of, what if they said, well, yeah, people's lives are equal. So given that they're equal, and that this person's life is equal to this person's life, but say this person's existence can help other people, because if they make donations to the hospital, we'll be able to more effectively help people.
I think that's what they'll go for in the second episode.
Sure, yeah. They could
Someone
go
will
for
try to
something like
rationalize with him.
Right, and that's...
Like maybe mid-surgery. Or maybe like post-surgery, the mayor dies. The mayor is irreparably damaged. Like maybe he goes blind or something. Like something horrible happens. Then
the hospital loses some funding or something like that.
Yeah, but specifically the hospital's politics. They blame him, the scapegoat, and they're like, you are our prime, whatever. You were supposed to be there. You disobeyed orders. We're going
He's
to
like,
strip
well, I
you
saved
of...
a little boy.
Right, and they're going to be like, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
or they'll kind of sweep it under the rug.
Sure.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. The use of sound at specific points in this episode was quite compelling.
It was.
Specifically the part with the eating the steak and such.
Oh, that was... It's like, good job. Yep. You definitely made your point.
You did what you set out to do quite well. They also did it when Tenma was thinking back on what the director had told him before he goes to make the choice. And I liked that in this in this episode so far,
Yeah.
they have multiple points where certain characters have been frozen in some kind of almost spellbound state.
yeah.
And I wanted to bring that comparison between the girl and Tenma.
Ooh,
In that
nice.
they
I hadn't thought about
had
that.
potentially both experienced or had been, or monstrosity had been displayed in
Right.
front of them,
Yes.
such that it kind of transfixed them, and now they're just whoa.
I just had a crazy thought. Okay, what if he can't actually save the boy because he's by himself,
Right.
right?
Okay.
And it's like that'd be kind of ridiculous. Like,
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed if they did it, but they could also not do it. And then maybe the girl ends up basically forming a bond with him because it's like, I realized that you weren't able to, but when everyone else left, you still tried to
sure.
do the right thing.
But these are really young kids, right?
No.
They're
I'm
like
saying
10, 11,
right.
12
I'm saying
or
if they
something.
did like a time skip thing.
Oh,
right?
sure.
And it ended up being
Yeah.
something of like the doctor and the girl going on like a monster sort of.
Yeah,
like,
if this is a prologue, then the reason why in the opening his hair is all longer and stuff is because we
It's
jump
because
ahead
it's
like
been a passage
5
of time,
years
right.
or 10 years
And-
or something.
And they could have some really cool things that they did, like because I always love it when they do a dual main character dynamic.
Yes.
And I especially love it when they do it with any kind of like parental relationship, even if the people aren't actually related. Because the
Right.
girl does not have any parents. If he isn't able to save her brother, she
Yeah.
won't have a brother either. She will have no family, right? And there could be something where after he basically gets cast out, they end up connecting and sticking together, right?
Yeah.
And then if they do end up going on some sort of like quest to fight the monsters inside of society,
Right.
they could do that together. And
Sure.
that could allow for some really cool character
Yeah.
interactions.
I want to bring up something that we always bring up whenever we're looking at the beginning of the story, the end of the story. This episode has a very unique beginning to it.
Yes.
And a unique ending to it. I want to talk about the beginning first. So that's straight out of the apocalyptic book of the Bible.
Right.
The monster, it's all a bunch of weird, kind of stuff in there, so it doesn't make sense.
But the fact that they're likening it to that means whatever they're planning to do with the title of monster is going to be ridiculous.
Is straight up biblical. Like
And-
something about it is going to be like,
Yep.
not supernatural, but
yeah, because I don't think they're going to be doing anything supernatural, but I think they're basically wanting to build up how crazy of a monster this is. Because also, in the title of monster, the T is a sword. That makes me think of slaying a dragon.
yes.
And
the
that
trope
basically-
of that we don't have a dragon yet.
Exactly.
Like, we need to figure out, is there an incarnation of a monster? Like, is
Right.
there something that is there something here that will be a physical representation of this monstrosity within humanity?
And it might be
Or
a bunch
will
of like specific examples across society or whatever.
Yeah, and I think that's more of what they're going for, but there could be something else as well.
Right.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the ending as well, because that girl, her look, I know that this show has a very old kind of character model look and everything, but when she said, kill him, and then they had the echo reverberating, kill him, I felt my butthole clench, like just like
okay.
So what is she meaning? Is she just in shock? And we shouldn't take anything she's saying?
She could be in shock. That could be the one clue they have as to the identity of the killer.
It's not a female.
Exactly. That could be something where it's like some crazy thing where maybe this person is like some really sadistic serial killer and they're going around doing a bunch of stuff, and the first and only clue he has to go off of is that it's a dude, and maybe that's why they bond up together, because he's trying to bring the person down, and she's the only one who knows anything, but she might still be so psychologically traumatized and scarred that she can't actually tell him anything about it.
So he takes his doctor training to try and restore her
exactly, and that's also how
her memory, and he's a brain surgeon, so it all ties in.
And that's also how the father-daughter relationship can be established, because she would probably only feel safe and comfortable enough to actually be able to disclose those things and go back into those traumatic memories if it's at the behest of someone that is close to her and has helped her through that.
I like it. I also want to put out there the theory that she did it. And she, in that moment, was basically taken over by the monster within, so to speak.
Oh.
And she killed
Okay.
the parents.
Okay.
And kill him was kill the mom. Kill the dad.
Right.
And the mom just happened to get
it was
in the
the
way.
initial instruction. So if they do that, that basically means they're doing some kind of like
Potentially.
supernatural like almost definitely.
But because the biblical reference in the beginning was used, we can't rule out supernatural completely. I
Right.
feel like this won't be that type of show.
But it could be.
But they could have a science versus religion kind of aspect to it.
They could also do something where they basically make it okay. So they could do something where it's not actually like supernatural from the standpoint like clearly supernatural like people
ghosts
and things like
yeah,
that.
No.
But they could do something where
maybe they're talking about the aspect of humanity that is in a way supernaturally charged. Kind of, not that it's necessarily in its essence, it's all explainable with science and everything, but
there are some things we can't explain yet. And there are things where reality is stranger than fiction.
Exactly.
And there could be someone where they're so much of an outlier that it's almost supernatural.
Right. And I think that's what they're going to be going for potentially if they go with having her be the killer.
Right. And then so her the killer, but as a proxy agent of something else.
Someone or something
else.
Okay. I want it to be a show where they delve into what makes humanity make dark decisions like this.
Okay.
And I feel like this girl is not some, like villain or antagonist or anything, or even kind of someone that's really like an overarching main character.
Oh, really?
But I think she should be. But if they have it be a thing where she is the first case of something like this gives a quest, so to speak, to our main character.
She's the magical girl of plot relevance,
right?
Where basically maybe it was just that she stared into the darkness long enough, or she's the only person that's basically been around this thing and witnessed its destruction, whether it was because it was causing her to do it or she was hiding under the bed or something.
Because it could literally be like, this could be some kind of demon possession type story where some kind of, it's not necessarily ever going to be like explained or something, but it could be like the darkness, the monster took over her and she doesn't know why.
Right.
But this could be where the science meets the weird.
And this is one of the things that I want to bring up, because in this show so far, they seem to, and I don't know medical terminology and stuff,
me neither,
but they seem to be taking it very, very seriously, right?
Yes.
And in order to have that kind of mental scarring, depending on like to what extreme they do it, and we'll only see that in future episodes. But if they really make it like heavy duty, where this is like an integral plot point for her character,
right?
Then that needs I doubt it was just a simple killing.
No.
Right?
No.
It needs to be something that was really twisted enough to warrant that kind of reaction.
Yeah.
Not to say that what happened wasn't absolutely horrible, but like a special kind of horrible.
Right.
Where something from Revelation is apropos. Like
yeah.
So,
I feel like we are working on a piece of a puzzle right now. And we will very easily begin to see where this piece fits in within the grander puzzle picture once we watch the next episode.
Yeah.
Or at the very least in the upcoming episodes.
Right, because this is a long show, so they don't have to do things quickly.
Right, and I like the mystery element already that we have of...
Right.
Wait, what really happened? Because I don't think we're supposed to take everything at face value in this show. That's why I'm remembering random little things like the Schlecker company on the truck, which is probably like the people in the comments would be like, what, that's nothing, whatever.
But you can never be too sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this show understands the fundamental difference between suspense and between thriller.
Ooh,
thriller has to be like something happening every minute. Suspense is where you have something happen and then you wait. And it's those moments of waiting. It's those moments that make it be so engaging. Where you're on the edge of your seat, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Yep.
Because it's not... about what is specifically happening.
Yeah.
It's what has happened and what could happen.
Right. Our minds fill in the potential of
Exactly.
the scenes happening. Because
Right.
when you do horror, for instance, you have jump scares, but then you have the build between jump scares.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I know a lot of people who watch a lot of horror, by the way, I don't watch horror like at all. They tell me that that one wasn't even scary. It was formulaic. They could tell
Exactly.
where the build-up
Right.
was going to hit with a new jump scare.
Yeah.
And if this is a show where it's all about build-up
Yeah.
and all about creating
I
suspense,
don't think there will be like any jump scares. I think this will be the kind of thing where you want to leave the lights on when you go to bed and check in your closet.
right.
Like
Because it's more psychologically disturbing
Right.
than it is actually
Exactly.
scary.
It sets the tone and it lets your imagination run wild to all the dark corners where you don't want to go.
right.
Yeah.
And that sounds fun. I mean,
It will be an
in
experience.
a reaction sense, this sounds like we made a good choice to put
Yeah,
this
I
one on
think
the
so.
poll.
I think so.
Oh man! And thank you guys for the ones that voted for this.
Yeah.
We're excited to watch this show. It seems like it's going to be a good thinker for
Yes.
us, and we love thinking shows. So
I was pretty surprised when I found out it won. Like,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
Ugh.
that was quite
Yeah.
a crazy bit. But yeah, guys, if you want to watch the next Monster episode reaction, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access,
Yes.
chat with us about storytelling or psychological whatever.
bending stuff.
Yeah, and we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.